Hello and welcome. A quick solve, I hope, before a lesson starts online with one of my Chinese students. Let's see if we can do this in 20 minutes. There's an 8 here and here and here, and that forces an 8 to go in this cell. These two 8s block these cells, making this an 8. And see, a 7 will have to go here or here, and therefore here or here due to the 7 up here. And this 7 and this 7 forces a 7 to go here or here, and therefore in one of these three cells. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is a heart puzzle, and it is from sudokuexchange.com. It's not an evil puzzle or a diabolical, it's just a heart puzzle. Because of these two 6 here, one of these will have to be a 6, and because of the 3 here blocking these cells, forcing a 3 to go here or here, and having this 3 as well, the other digit for these two cells will have to be a 3. So this is a 3-6 pair, making these three cells a 4, 5, and a 9. This cannot be a 4 because of this 4, so this or this cell must be a 4, and that makes one of these two cells a 4 as well. For column 4, we need to find a 1, 2, 7, and a 9. There's a 1 and a 7 and a 9 blocking this cell, therefore this must be a 2. That makes one of these a 2, and this cell must be a 9 because of this 9 and this 9. So this is now a 1-7 pair, and since this we have a ghost 1 here, and we have this 1, and we have the 1 up here, this must be a 1. And these were 3 and 6, remember? That makes this a 4. The 9 here and here block these cells, and the 9 here also blocks this cell, so this must be a 9. And that puts a 9 in one of these two cells, doesn't it? Which one remains to be seen? These three cells have to be a 1, 3, and a 7. I can't see how that is going to turn out yet, but I know how to find a 4 because this 4 blocks these cells. Therefore, a 4 must go either here or here. And with a ghost 4 here and this 4, and a 4 in the top row here, this must be a 4 now. The last remaining three cells are going to be a 1, 7, and a 2. There's a 1 and a 2 in the top row, so this is easy. This is now a 7, and this is a 1, 2, except there's a 2 in this row already, so this is a 1, and this is a 2. This 2 and this 2 block these cells here, and this 2 up here blocks this cell, so this must be a 2 now. And I think that forces a 9 to go here because of 9 blocking these cells, and this 9 blocking these cells. So this is a 9. Now this 9 and this 9 and this 9 puts a 9 here. And these two have to be a 7 and a 3. If memory serves, yes. And because of this 7, then this must be the 7 and the 3 will have to go here, making this a 5. And these were 3 and 6, right? Therefore, this cell down here must be a 4. The last cell in this column must be a 5. And these two are still going to be a 1 and a 7. 7 here and here, of course, now forces a 7 to go here. These two, or these three cells rather, have to be a 2, 3, and a 6. Let's see, the 2 must go here or here. No, can't place them, not yet. The top row needs to find a 6 and a 5 and a 3. Let's see, the 6 here forces a 6. No, 5. 5 must go here or here. No, can't do that either. But a 4, 5, 7, 8 for this cell, and this cell, and this cell should be easy because there's a 4 and a 5 and an 8 all looking down at this cell. Therefore, it must be a 7. These three cells, they have to be a 3, 5, and an 8. And these 4 empty cells have to be a 2, 4, 5, and a 6. The 6 must go here or here because of the 6 here. The 5 must go here or here because of this 5. But I can see the 9 here and the 9 here and the 9 here forces a 9 to go in this cell, doesn't it? And this 1 blocks these cells. This 1 blocks these cells, making one of these a 1. And therefore, because of the 1 up here and the 1 here in the row, one of these must be a 1. 7 here, and 7 here puts a 7 right here. A 1, 2, 4, and an 8 now for this cell and these 3. It's a 4 here, so one of these will have to be a 4. And therefore, one of these will have to be a 4, and it cannot be this cell because of the 4 here. So this is a 4. Now a 1, 2, and a 6 for these 3 empty cells. There's a 6 here and here blocking these cells. Therefore, this must be a 6. And this is now a 1, 2 pair, except the 2 here forces a 1 into this cell and the 2 here. This 1 and this 1 and this 1 gives me a 1, 4. This row and the last digit for the column is going to be a 3. That resolves the 3 and the 6 we had here from the beginning. And this cell now must be a 6, making this a 2. These two last cells in the top row are going to be a 5 and a 6. There's a 6 in this column, therefore the 5 goes here and the 6 here. This 5 and this 5 block all of these cells, therefore this cell must be a 5. Now these two 5s and this 5 puts a 5 here by force, and therefore also over here. This cell cannot be an 8 because of the 8 here, therefore this cell must be an 8, and this is going to be a 3. And let's see, this last cell over here must be a 2, making this a 2. These two have to be a 3 and a 4 now. And this one, I think, resolves that because it must be a 3. It's the last digit in the row, making this a 3 and this a 4. And these two 4s block these cells. And this 4 up here blocks this cell. Therefore, this must be a 4, making this a 4 as well. These two have to be a 1 and an 8. There's a 1 in the column, making this an 8, and this a 1. And this cell here must be an 8. This last cell is going to be a 1, making this a 1 and this a 7. This is by memory. That makes this a 7, 2, and this a 3. That was a quick one. I think I will try a diabolical puzzle from sudokuexchange.com next, because this also wasn't too difficult. I did have to pace myself because there's about 8 minutes now before my online class with China begins. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this one as well and that you will come back for more soon. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.